No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. I'm in here with Jem Wolfie. How you doing?
Good, thanks. How are
I'm
you?
excited to be in here. This is so crazy. You're such a fucking Instagram legend that I can't even believe we're actually meeting and doing content.
I feel the same way about you.
Do you really?
You're a YouTube legend though. Or maybe just across the board.
I mean, everybody has to be.
This is the only podcast I've ever wanted to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Actually, I've never done any other podcasts. But I've been asked to, and I've never done it.
Which ones have you turned down?
They're like Australian ones.
Oh. So how much time do you spend out here in the States?
So I come here once a year, roughly.
Okay.
I usually come in your summertime, but this time I came in your fall. It was beautiful.
Right.
I kind of like this time of year.
Yeah? This is better?
Yeah, and I come over for roughly like 4 weeks at a time.
Okay.
That's the most I can handle.
This is interesting. What do you get done out here? Like when you are here, what's priority?
Being away from Perth, my city. I mean, I love Perth and I miss Perth, but it's such a small town and it's so behind the times and they don't really fuck with me like America fucks with me. So
you don't think?
Oh no, they don't.
Why?
I know I have fans out there, but Perth as a whole is such a it's like an old town.
Right.
It's no influences are respected there. It's like what I do is sort of laughed at there. And
Really?
yeah, if I'm ever in the headlines for anything, which sometimes I occasionally am, the comment section is wild, just absolutely. I mean, it's wild anyway. Like if I'm on World Star, it's wild anyway.
That's crazy
But
because
like it's a different. It's more like, oh, we're embarrassed to have.
Really? The number
Jem.
one thing that I say and that everyone says about Australia when they come back after the first time, which me and a couple members of
I
my
heard
crew,
that you went to Perth.
we were out there for a couple weeks, and the number one thing everybody says is just everyone in Australia is so nice. But I guess maybe
Yeah.
they're nice to us as
Oh, no.
Americans, and then they just hate their
Yeah.
own.
Yes, because they idolize Americans, and it's different because, yeah, you're coming to Perth, whereas like, or Australia as a whole, but I'm like from there, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to say it's like 50-50, but yeah, just to get out of Perth is really nice, and I love LA. Like the weather here is amazing. I always go to this. I stay on the beach, so I stay in like Santa Monica area, and I just like chill out, and I do a bit of collab work, but more so just relax and like
I feel like here
have no pressure.
in LA, we treat our Instagram models like gold.
Yes,
those
you
are
do.
Those are like that's a real career. We all respect it. We all understand
it's not
it.
a real career where I'm from, believe me, but that's okay because I don't need like validation from anyone for what I do.
But do you think that you would be regarded a little bit differently if you were in Melbourne or like one of the
Sydney and Melbourne definitely have more influencers and people who do social media full time, and possibly, but I've never wanted to live there. I'm very close with my family and they're all live in Perth, and I've got dogs there, and I just would never leave.
Right. So you're really
Never say
married to
ever,
it.
but-
You never. How old are you?
28.
28. Okay. So if you were going to have moved to LA and completely just decided to live the American lifestyle, you would have done it a couple
I
years
feel like
ago?
I should have done it like 25, 26. That was like sort of it's not the peak of my career because I'm only getting more and more more and more followers as the years go on.
But you think that you're starting to more likely to like settle down? Like
for sure.
You're trying
to
reproduce?
I'm building a house right now, and I'm building it so I can have like get more rescue more dogs and stuff. So like knowing that I'm committing to that means like it's less likely I'm just gonna up and leave and live the LA lifestyle.
So you're getting to the point where most women start thinking about having kids, and you're just like, no, I'm gonna get hella dogs.
Yeah,
Really?
for sure. Yeah.
No kids.
I already have. This is my boy.
That's dog number one.
Yeah, he's a rescue boy, and I just want to rescue as many dogs as I can. So I'm building a house for them.
Wow, that's amazing. How'd you get into that?
Thank you. Nothing is more important to me than dogs.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, my family, obviously, number one. But dogs are just like, I don't know, I have a connection with them. That's like my nickname Wolfie. Like
That's what that comes from.
I feel like I am.
Right.
Without sounding crazy, like I'm one of them.
I don't know. You just have a connection with dogs. That's how I feel about cats.
For real?
Yeah.
Do you have cats? Oh, actually, yeah, you and your girlfriend have cats.
Yeah, Tony. I've had him for 13 years, and I'm obsessed with him. And
I didn't know they live that long.
Oh yeah, no. The idea for me is that hopefully he can make it to see me turn 40. So
Wow. Oh yeah, you're 35, right?
yeah. So if he makes it to like 20 or 21, then he'll see me at 40, which is that's very exciting to me. Just the idea that he could have, because I've had him since I was like 22 or something. Like I was
that
so
makes
young.
me happy.
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
he really brings a lot of joy to me. I feel like I'm just not a dog person. They're too. They're a lot of energy. I like the really low key cat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm like.
Oh, so
I need that energy.
You can't trust someone who's not an animal person.
Yeah.
That's tough for you?
Yeah, it's hard for me to really like connect with them or be friends with them.
I fuck with dogs though, for sure. I've like had a lot of like roommates over the years who had dogs that I got along with super good, and that I like loved them, and I would start taking them on walks and stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
I just feel like okay, Lou brings his dog here all the time. Lou's not actually over here where I'm pointing right now, but he brings
which one's and where's your dog?
He brings his dog through all the time, and I don't know. There's not something that like makes me automatically want to connect with the dog. Whereas like if I went to his house and he had a cat, like I would be all over the cat.
That's sweet though. It's still like you connect with animals, and I respect that a lot.
But you had dogs since you were like super young?
Yeah. All my whole life I've had many dogs. I grew up on a farm, so I lived on a farm for like 10 years as a kid. So we had lots of animals. We didn't just have dogs. We had cows and chickens and geese and I'm cats too. Lots of cats.
It's a lot more normal for you to be a dog person than like a chicken lady.
Fuck, that would be weird.
But I mean, that works for some people.
I mean, my mum rescues chickens from the like the cages and from them being egg chickens. So she's not a chicken lady. She's a farm woman. But
you know what's interesting is that if I were to have been interviewing you a couple of years ago and you were like, I just want to stay in Australia and blah, 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 I probably would have been like, oh, you're tripping. Like you need to be in LA. That's where you can make it happen with your career.
The manager would come out of you like, no.
Right. But I don't really feel like that anymore. Now I feel like there's a lot of benefit. Like if your family is somewhere, that's so valuable. You got like being around your family is huge. They keep me grounded.
They keep me very, very, very humble, and which is great. I need that. I think if I could move to LA, I'd be like, yeah, I'm that bitch, but which I am still, but like I can be like that, can do everything I could do in LA in Perth. I guess there's probably more opportunity here in LA for maybe other things like doing interviews like this. But
it's like you could be like one of the more lit influencer models, et cetera, in that area versus like you move to LA and there's like 5 million other hot girls.
It's saturated here, and it would be hard to sort of get a bit more recognized and noticeable out here, but that's cool. Like, I definitely don't feel the need to move here, but I love your city for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's really not mine, but if you ever make it to Nashville, New Hampshire, that's where I grew up.
Where's that?
Other side of the country.
Oh, okay.
And it's
the East Coast.
Yeah, like right outside Boston.
Oh, I was just there.
See, that's why normally when I talk to people that are not from where I'm from, I'm just like, yeah, Boston, like right outside Boston. It's a lot easier for them to comprehend. Yeah.
I was just, I did sort of an East Coast tour. I was in like Baltimore, Philly, New York, Boston.
You seem like you love traveling based on following you for a few months or weeks or whatever. Like you're like that girl. You've totally got wanderlust in your heart, right?
Yeah. So I was in the UK, and I've been to the UK, Europe, and New Zealand, and all around Australia. And I do love America the most, except for obviously my home. But America is an awesome country. You guys are very lucky.
Right. So what are you normally doing when you're traveling and stuff?
I'm getting more boring as the years go on. Like,
same. He was just in Vegas for 3 days and didn't do shit.
Fuck yes, that's
didn't
so
have a
me.
drink. Well, a couple Henny shots, but that's about it.
That's so me though. Like, I found myself just like in my hotel room, my very comfortable hotel room, and just getting like Uber Eats and watching movies. But no, I'm the manager in my head, because I am my own manager. Will be like, you need to organize this collab. You need to go out and like do this and this and this. So I'm trying to force myself to do a little bit more. But while I'm traveling, like I said, I like to relax and just find some awesome places to eat, because I am a chef originally, and that's what I worked as a qualified chef for 8 years. So, and on top of that, I'm just a natural foodie, so I love to eat.
Wow.
So I'm just trying to find all the good spots to eat at around here. And
yeah, like, because now that I have a girlfriend for the past 3 years and we go to Vegas, it is kind of like we do our job. Like we're always just somewhere for work or whatever. And then it's like, we're going to go out to a nice dinner. And then it's like, well, why would we go out to the club and get fucked up when we could
and
just
feel like shit for 3 days
and just have sex and just go to bed and then wake up early and do something
and
else?
feel good
You know, it's
and
just,
eat some yummy food.
when I was younger, it was more like I would get stressed out because I would be on a BMX trip to England for a week and I would know that I was going to get drunk every night.
Yeah.
And that was what would like give me anxiety about it, because I would just know that.
Would you feel pressured?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sort of like a social thing.
It's like if you don't go out every night, then you're a fucking weirdo and you're not really taking advantage of why you're there.
Yeah, and that's how I somewhat feel that here. Like even my mum's messaging me like, you got to take advantage, make the most of why you're here, Jem. You're probably not, as I discussed, my house will be finished soon, so when I start adopting these dogs, I'm probably not going to come to America for a little while. So mum was like, make the most of it, Jem, really. So I do feel like part of me is just like, yeah, you need to really take advantage of the time that you're here and do as much as you can. But then the lazy older side of me is just like, just chill.
But there's also like, if it's just, you have to make a choice about if you want to basically embrace the morning or embrace the night. Because if you want to wake up at 7 or 8 in the morning and be able to have this super full day where you're taking in the sun and going around, going to different shops, like when you're traveling, and just doing all this kind of cool stuff. Well, for me, at least at 35, like by the time like midnight rolls around, I'm definitely thinking like, oh, I'm going to bed soon. Not like I'm going to go out to the club till 4 in the morning.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Oh, see, I haven't got to that point yet.
Good on you.
This is honestly probably good though, because probably like we're like dispelling myths about what like your favorite Instagram baddie is actually like. Because people,
who is your girlfriend?
I mean, you probably offer a lot of them, is what I'm saying.
Oh, for them, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like for them, they probably think like, oh, I got to stay out till 4 in the morning if I want to impress these hot Australian girls. And you're like, nope.
No, just sit your ass in bed and stay home. Right?
I mean, that's what is fucked up, is like if you go to the club, there's a million hot girls in the club, but don't you think that most of them probably just want to be at home in bed with a nice guy eating Ben and Jerry's?
I mean, but that's what they're trying to do.
They're trying to find someone to eat ice cream with at the club.
Fuck knows why you would think you'd find them at the club, but I mean, everyone meets people in different ways, for sure. I'm not gonna, but for me personally, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't go clubbing.
You don't go clubbing at all?
I don't drink
at all.
No, Adam, I'm so boring.
Love it though. That's great. You remind me of myself, because I've just like fully just changed so much the past few years.
I was gonna say, aren't you a party boy?
Nah, actually, I love it though, because I can kind of like make my story look like I'm a party boy. Because you're gonna see on my story tonight, like me with a couple of like half naked girls. It's gonna seem like I was wilding out, but in reality, I just scheduled a little 45-minute filming scene, and boom, I'm back on the couch rolling weed and watching YouTube.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I saw. Congrats on your magazine cover though. That was awesome.
Oh man, that was such a crazy thing to go through.
Yeah.
I mean,
wasn't it an experience?
It was an experience. It was a weird experience to realize what being a model is like, because when I'm getting ready to do 3 interviews in a day, my brain's going crazy because I'm trying to like figure out what I want to talk about, what's going to be interesting, et cetera. And that's such a mental thing. And then you go to be a model and it's like, you literally just stand there and it's like, it's difficult.
Are you saying so it's not difficult?
No, it is difficult because you have to stand in like uncomfortable, weird positions for such long periods of time. And what my girl was comparing it to, she's like, it's like working out, but you don't actually
it's like a pose.
You don't do the motion, but you're
Yeah.
standing in such a weird position that your fucking body starts to hurt. And then you're just so exhausted by the end of it. It's like, I would have never guessed that it was that taxing.
Yeah, no. It's the proper, like legit photo shoots are like, you get like hungry after and you're like exhausted and you're like, why? What have I been doing? And then it's like, it's kind of hard work. But I am a chef and I did an apprenticeship. I like work like very fucking physical, long hours, like 14-hour shifts, 7 days a week. So I know what physical hard work feels like. And I kind of went from that to sort of modeling or entrepreneurship or whatever it is that you want to categorize what I do. But I know what physical hard work feels like. So I'm going to say modeling ain't that hard. But yeah, you're kind of just like, you have to focus for sure.